Alright, this is the second practice problem for using the quadratic formula to find the x-intercepts or solutions of a standard form quadratic. We just came from the video that showed the first practice problem. Hopefully you're able to solve that one, or at least get some knowledge to where you know how to solve it now. Let's go ahead and go to practice problem number 2. So for practice problem number 2, I'm going to give you a function. Let's take a look here and see. Yeah, let's give you a function again. So in this case, I'm going to say, so question number 2 is going to be f of x equals x squared plus 2x minus 24. Actually, you know what? Let's leave it like this. Okay, there we go. If you pause the video now, class, go ahead and try to find the x-intercepts of this function by using the steps for the quadratic formula. So pause now and give it a try. Alright, hopefully you've tried this out and you're firing up the video again. You're going to take a look and scroll down or scroll ahead on the video, see if you got the answers right. If you did not, then check your work to make sure you've shown all the steps and see where you've made your mistake. If you've got the answer correct as far as the x-intercepts go, you can go ahead and move along to question number 3. So here we go on question number 2. So I need to make sure all the terms are on one side of the equal sign, which they are, and I'm going to change my f of x, or my y value, to 0. Because I know an x-intercept will always be on the x-axis, and that means the y value is going to be equal to 0. Alright, let's find a, b, and c. A is equal to 1, b is equal to 2, c is equal to negative 24. Alright, we don't care about the a value. We can just go right along and solve this. Let's find our discriminant first. Our discriminant is b squared minus 4ac. Our b value is 2, so 2 squared minus 4 times a times c. I'm going to scroll this over a little bit if I can. Let's go ahead and bring up our calculator and solve that problem. I know some of you like to do these problems out by hand. It's a whole lot faster just to use the calculator. Alright, I've got parenthesis 2 parenthesis squared minus 4, and then 1 in parenthesis. There's our a value, and our c value is 24. Let's hit the equal sign. We've got negative 92. You know, I think there's an issue here on that. Let's take a look and see. Look at our work again. B is 2. 2 squared minus 4 times a. Oh, our c value is negative 24. So, easy mistake there. Let's go ahead and correct that. We've got a negative 24 for our discriminant. Let's try that again. So now I've got 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 24. Press equal, and there we go. We have 100. So our discriminant is 100. Alright, that was step 1 of using the quadratic formula. Step 2 is going to be find our x-intercepts. So find our x-intercepts by using the actual formula, negative b plus or minus the square root of, there's our discriminant, we already have that done. So 100 divided by 2 times a. We have the negative as part of our equation, b is 2 plus or minus the square root of 100 divided by 2 times 1, which is a. And so now let's go ahead and simplify this a little bit. This is negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 100 divided by 2 times 1, which is 2. So, third step, take a look at our steps. We just found the discriminant, we found the x-intercepts, now we have to write the final answers. So write the final answers. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to write, let me see, let's pick color purple. So I'm going to write my x values, or my x-intercepts, are going to be equal to either -2 plus the square root of 100 divided by 2, or -2 minus the square root of 100 divided by 2. Let's go ahead and put that in our calculator and get those answers. Oh, sorry, I forgot this. Remember, class, again, when you use the quadratic formula, please make sure if you use a calculator to solve this that you put the numerator in parentheses. Otherwise, it's going to give you an incorrect answer. All right, let's try this out. We've got -2. Oh, I forgot to use the parentheses. Parentheses, -2 plus the square root of 100. Since my calculator starts my radical with a parenthesis, I have to close the radical, then close the numerator, and divide that by 2. And I've got an answer of 4. So my first x-intercept is equal to 4. Let's do the next one. Now I'm going to go ahead and retype this in. I've got parenthesis for my numerator, -2 minus the square root of 100. Close the radical, close the numerator, divided by 2. And now I've got -6. So my x-intercepts, or my solutions, you can call them our zeros as well, are 4 and -6. Last thing, class, something we learned from our video. We could have known already that we had 2 x-intercepts because the discriminant was a positive number. So on your worksheet, I want you to write the discriminant is a positive number. And that means the number of x-intercepts is going to be equal to 2. The number of x-intercepts is going to be equal to 2. All right, hopefully you've already checked your answer. You feel good about this. We will go ahead and move on to the third and final video and see how you're doing with the quadratic formula.